Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me Vansh Arora and welcome to the economics class. So here's the last part of this particular chapter, what India on the eve of independence. So till now we have just studied about the adverse condition of an Indian economy on the eve of independence. We have studied about each and every segment, each and every sector of Indian economy, how it is impacted, what was the adverse condition of each sector, and now in the last part, it's a time to study like are there any positive impacts of the British rule in our country? What were the negative impacts of the British rule in our country? Like we know, we are having huge amount of negative impacts of British rule, but there are certain positive impacts as well. They helped our country in having a systematic way of administration. They helped our country in various other segments as well. So let's get started with this topic. Yeah. So positive side effects of British rule are as follows. Number one, डेवलपमेंट ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्ट फैसिलिटीज व्हाट आर दे लाइक उन्होंने अपने बेनिफिट के लिए ब्रिटिशर्स अपने बेनिफिट के लिए हमारे कंट्री में रोडवेज रेलवेज पोर्ट वाटरवेज एयरवेज इन सब की डेवलपमेंट करी जिससे कि वो अपने गुड्स को मंगा सके यहाँ पे और बेच सके बिकॉज वी आर द मार्केट फॉर देम तो उन्होंने ऐसा करा तो उन्होंने क्या किया ट्रांसपोर्टेशन फैसिलिटीज को इतना इंप्रूव कर दिया कि लेटर ऑन हमारे लिए ही हेल्पफुल रहा तो इट इज अ पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट फॉर अस क्योंकि उन्होंने रेलवेज को इंट्रोड्यूस करवाया वेरी बिगेस्ट एग्जांपल लाइक रेलवेज हमारे नहीं थे रेलवेज ज्यादा ब्रिटिशर्स वन आईआरसीटीसी जो अभी है वो हमारे ब्रिटिशर्स के टाइम से चलता आ रहा था तो इट वाज समथिंग अ ग्रेट इनिशिएटिव बाय देम व्हिच इज क्वाइट हेल्पफुल फॉर अस राइट नेक्स्ट दे वर हैविंग मॉडर्न पोर्ट्स एस्टैब्लिश उन्होंने वाटर के पोर्ट्स होते हैं ना जहाँ पे शिप्स पार्क होती हैं ठीक है वो करे एयरपोर्ट्स बनाए ठीक है तो इससे क्या हुआ ट्रांसपोर्टेशन और इजी हुआ वी आर हैविंग डिफरेंट मोड्स ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्टेशन थ्रू व्हिच वी कैन जस्ट ट्रांसपोर्ट राइट नेक्स्ट पोस्ट टेलीग्राफ सर्विसेज कम्युनिकेशन के लिए उन्होंने पोस्ट का लेटर्स टेलीग्राफ इन सब फैसिलिटीज को और इम्प्रूव किया और एनहेंस किया so that we can use it so later on after the British rule we are using it we have just made certain improvements in it we have just developed the system a little bit more but it was introduced by them itself so the idea was there get by the idea was inculcated in our economy by them so that's why it is a positive impact. Next, strong administrative setup. They have created a strong administrative setup in our country. Like they have given us an idea how to work, how the country runs, how we can just ensure the smooth functioning of our economy. So they have just given us strong administrative setup for us politically and economically, both. Like how to run the government, how to run an economy, what are the economic steps that we have to take place, how to integrate the different economies into one economy, what are the political steps that we have to take. So all this administrative setup they have introduced in our country. We had just followed it further, but the introduction was done by them only. Next, we are having evolution of banking and monetary system. In the money and banking, you have already studied about that. We are having what? We are having barter system earlier. We are having coins. We are having notes. So that's all the things came from the British rule itself. The Britishers were used to deal in the barter system. Britishers were used the coins during the system earlier. So it helps us involving the banking system as well and the monetary system in our economy as well. So there are five, because posts and telegraphs are the different one and modern posts are the different one. So you can just differentiate both and we are totally having 5 points with us as a positive side effects of British rule, and it is a very important question from exam point of view. So you have to learn it properly, you have to understand it properly, and kindly explain it in your own words in the examination because these are only the key points. You don't have to just write these; you have to just explain it a little bit more, but it is just the key points that I'm providing to you, right? Next, now come to the negative impact. We are having hell lot of negative impact sector wise. We are having so here I have written just Q1. Let's revise all of it. Okay, so in the agriculture sector, they used to have a forced commercialization. We are having this zamindari system with us. So we are having a partition with us, but partition was not a cause of British rule, but it is a cause of adverse effect of our Indian economy. In the industrial sector, handicraft industry has been ruined away. Why? Because princely courts are shut down. So handicraft industry having no place and it leads to massive unemployment. Why there is no handicraft? Because the goods that we are having from the foreign country is now cheaper because they are made up from machineries and just tools. So which are a little cheap as compared to handicrafts. So people are more towards that cheap thing, like economical things, right? So handicraft industry having no place in our economy further, it is getting low, and we are having de-industrialization with us. Our wealth has been used by the Britishers for their administrative purposes. Britishers had the trade monopoly over them. Only Britishers were there who are having only the sole responsibility of the foreign trade, because they have imposed heavy tariffs, heavy duties on the imports of the goods, and having no taxes on the exports of the goods, because India being the market of for their goods. That's why they have treated our country as a toy. Like they have just treated our country as somewhat. They have used us. They have used our resources. They have drained our resources very badly. They have used our wealth very badly. And they used our country for their own economic benefit. To fulfill their own needs, to fulfill their own benefits, they used our country. Use and throw, right? So this is all about this chapter. We are finally done with this chapter. We are good to go with the economics, Indian economy first chapter. And from the next one, we have to study the second chapter, that's the 5 year. So thank you so much for watching this video. Stay tuned in the channel. Do like, share, and subscribe the channel. Certified Success. So much for watching this video. Take care. Bye bye.